Well, this is a newbie. I forgot to add something. While I was at the retreat, I took a few photos of a lot of ladies' projects that they were currently stitching on. I didn't take any photos of people. I asked permission before taking the photo, and I did ask permission if I could put the photos up in my FlossTube. So at the end of my video, after this little blip, I will be putting in a series of photos of the ladies' artwork and the ladies stitching and artwork that they were working on at the Masterton retreat. So if any of you ladies are watching my video and you see your project there, feel free to leave a comment saying what it is. I didn't take notes of what they were because I thought that would be something you guys would be more than happy to do if you're comfortable doing so. If not, that's okay as well. But yeah, if questions get asked, feel free to answer the questions if people are asking what a certain project is. So yes, at the end of my video I will put that series of photos in at the end. So yes, we'll say goodbye again. Everyone stay safe. Bye. Morning everyone, or should I say it is actually afternoon. It is the 15th of May, the day after Mother's Day here in New Zealand. And normally I would be at work, but sadly I'm off because I've got tennis elbow in here and I've strained my wrist from lifting those very heavy rolls of fabric. They're about 20 to 25 kilos, some of them are. I've obviously lifted one up the wrong way and have caused myself an injury which is requiring me to be off work. I'd rather be at work. It's probably a bit corny to say, or even cliche, but I actually do like my job. But never mind. Thank you for coming by if you've stopped by. Really appreciate that. I know it's been a while. I know it's been a month. I do wish I could get more videos done, but it is what it is. So I guess here we go. First of all, I want to thank an Aussie in a Kiwi world, Judy. She sent a package to my daughter for making her a project bag, and boy was it a good package. Good package of lots of wool for my baby to make whatever she is wanting to. I know she's got plans for 3 of the balls of wool already, for the black, red and white. She's doing a lot of roses at the moment, lots of different colours, so I know that's going to be part of that project that she's making. So yeah, so we're super proud of her. So thank you, Judy, for that parcel. Miss Gemma says thank you. She had a big grin on her face, as you know with the photo I sent to you. So she's having, yeah, she's very happy. So I guess we'll get into, sorry about that, get into some stitching that we've done, which isn't as much as I'd like, because we're struggling to move somewhat with my hand. I've got everything sitting on an ironing board beside me, just so it makes it a tad easier to show you things. So let's get on with the actual stitching that I have completed. Again, not as much as I would like. So first of all, I'd like to show Rainbow Dragon from Artecy. This is mainly the only one that I was stitching on right up until the retreat I went to last weekend. Not the last weekend, sorry, the weekend before. The same one as the Dunedin retreat, if you've watched several other Floss Tubers of people that went down to Dunedin. Now, I'm going to show you a screenshot of the video that I last did, which shows where I was up to in the last video, which is here. My progress is now here. I don't know how many thousand stitches that is, but I'm really happy with the progress of that, and I know I'm at a real decent percentage. I'm actually at 12.55%, and so far I've stitched a total of 30,228 stitches all up, but I don't know how many stitches since the last time I showed it, but that's where I'm up to with Rainbow Dragon. I'm really happy with that progress. The colours are just stunning. If I'm screwing my face up, it's just because I'm feeling some amount of pain, which is no fun for anybody. So literally that was the only one I've stitched on right up until I went to the retreat for the weekend of the 6th and the 7th of May. I did take this chart with me. This is the Shores of Hawk Run Hollow. Now I do have a piece of fabric coming for that, that I was going to use for it, but while I was at the retreat I found a piece that I really liked for it, so I did buy it, but I'll still buy the other piece that I was going to buy, because, you know, that's just the right thing to do to me. And so I have actually finished all the squares for it, and I've got it upside down. I have finished all the squares for it. So it's just a matter of filling in the squares in each particular month. And I'm using 32 count vintage country mocha to stitch that particular design, using the DMC colours for it. Tonight I will be starting something new. I don't know how much I'll get done. It really depends on how my arm is going with it. And I'm stitching it on Thread Pickers Icicle 25 count, and I will be doing 1/1 for this one, and this is for Mary Poppins. I'm joining a sale for that one, and let's show the PDF, not the chart. And this is the Mary Poppins chart that I have chosen, and that I will be stitching on. And I plan on using not blue, I plan on using Silks for You from the Christmas pack last year, the 12 days of Christmas last year. So I'm going to be doing it a bit different, and it's going to be on Icicle. Sorry, I need to move the camera, I'm going out of view a few times, I apologise for that. That's better. And so this is the Icicle 25 count Icicle. That's pretty close to the colour. It's a nice really pale blue. It's a little bit mottled. So that's what I'm doing. Haven't started yet because I plan on starting it this evening. And it's that one, so we've got that one. So apart from that, really not a lot except for haul from the retreat. Now that's a lot. So I guess here we start. And I had mentioned in my last video how I was expecting a parcel from Paine Free Crafts with the 3 kits that I was buying. So this one I got for 25 count. This is Under the Flowers by Marine Loop, charted by Paine Free Crafts. And I have to say, there is no chocolate left. I did eat the chocolate. I did share it with my family. So it's got to be something. They can't complain. It does come with a free needle minder, which is just absolutely stunning. I know a certain Kelly Essex, Kel's Stitches, would absolutely adore this needle minder. And it is that one. It's got a woof on it. So we'll just pop that one down there. So there's that one. There's also this one that I had ordered. It's called Snow Tiger. You know, a certain Dizzy Stitcher would absolutely love this. And it's probably can't wait to see me start it. And that's the 28, that's on 28 count. Yeah, I think I'm going a bit nuts with these. 28 count. And that also came with an extra wee little needle minder, because I always get the matching needle minders most of the time. And this one came with a little line. It's rather cute. So these are all from Paine Free Crafts. The other one I got was again another Swallows and Sakuras from Marine Loop. This is also going to be on 28 count. And this is this one. I'm sorry about the glare. There we go, it's a bit better. And that one also came with a free needle minder. But I also got the matching needle minder to go with Saki Dragon that I bought, because for some reason I didn't order the needle minder at that point. And this is the needle minder that came with this one, the extra one. So thank you, Sarah from Paine Free Crafts. You're absolutely amazing, your kits are. I already know what my next one's going to be, unless she brings out even more wonderful charting options. So let's go with what I bought. When I was at the retreat, I decided to buy this Bella Filipina Titan, the male mermaid, because, well, we don't have many of those in the stitching world. Not ones that I am comfortable in buying anyway. We also bought the other one with the male mermaid, and that one is Pontus and Thalassa, I think. I apologise if I've got that one pronounced wrong. So that's those two. I also bought Mirabilia. This one's a relatively new release. This is called Nightingale. And it came with the bead pack, and I swapped out the Kryonic to Petite Treasure Braid. And I got these from Catherine at from Country Stitch. I also bought a couple of small pieces of some fabric from her, the Hokey Pokey, which that's actually picked up the colour quite nicely. And maybe if I hold this one behind it, show it a bit better. That's a little bit better. That's probably spot on there. But I bought two little pieces of that. So that was fun. And I bought just some couple of pieces of white 28 count Lugana. Just for a couple of other things that I'm looking at doing. My husband, on one of the days he popped into my work, he decided he'd buy me some floss, so he bought 3801, 307, E990 and S820. I'm sure I will find a use for them. I bought a couple of extra treasure braid because I've got a bee design that's stewing around in my head, so I bought a couple of the treasure braids because the idea requires sparkle. I did go a little bit silly with some silk, but you know, I do save for this. I do save for this retreat, and I do buy up in it. So I bought Classic Colourworks Belsoir hula skirt. Yep, hula skirt. It's a green. Granny Smith apple, which is a darker green. Her crown, these are all Belsoir silks. That's a yellowy goldy colour. The bee project I've got in my head. Old Crow, which I know is a brown, very dark though, but I think it'll work for what I'm wanting to do. And blue clear. It's a lovely tealy colour, bluey tealy colour. Aqua velvet. And Belsoir watermelon. And if I've pronounced that wrong, I do apologise. Okay, so we'll pop that over there. I did buy all the beads for Bella Filipina's Hana and Tala to go with Miyari, that I'm going to be stitching all together on one piece of fabric if you prefer to my other videos. So there is, excuse the zips, lots and lots of beads for it. This one is Hanan. And I changed the cryneck out for the treasure braids. I just prefer treasure braid over cryneck. There's that one there. And I got all the beads. I'm not going to hold them all up, but you get the idea. The Bella charts are absolutely packed full of beads. So that one's for Hanan. I already had all the beads for Miyari. And Tala is, I think, the middle one. Yes, the one that'll go in the middle. This is Tala. And I got all the beads in the treasure braid for her. The only thing I'm missing are the treasures, but we will get them sorted. And the treasure braid for her. It's really, really pretty colours. So that's what's going to be going into, and lots of these for her as well. Pretty colours. That is for Miyari and Tala and Hanan. I also bought some finishing fabrics from the retreat from feltandstitched.co.nz. So I bought a piece of Dupion silk to try a couple of things on. So that's a yellowy colour. It looks more green there, but it's not that green in real life. So I bought that one, and I bought Purple Mist, and Meadow was the yellow one. So yeah, there's that one. And I also bought a piece of dyed silk velvet. So I thought that might be neat to give that a try with the finishing. So that's quite cool. Ended up picking up a couple of extra pair of scissors, popped them in a project, in a notions bag in some of my projects, so I've always got a pair of scissors on me. So that's that one. Finally, after a long wait, and this came via Nara from Nara's Crafts, she finally was able to get her Mo sale flosses to her, and I had ordered a few, but because of the shipping issues, Mo sale has still been unable to send out, and it's been taking a while. So I got some of her spools of single stranded silk, and so this one's equivalent to 3790. I haven't looked on the chart, but they're pretty cool colours. 831. So I'll give them a go. And something, I also got 502 and 522. So greens. And I've got 2 black and 2 ecru or white. So they'll come in handy for something. So with being home from work, I've had a lot of time for catching up on FlossTube, so I've caught up with Dizzy Stitcher, a Kiwi, an Aussie in a Kiwi World, Kel Stitches, Creative Lee, and I've watched a couple of others. I was watching Chasing Alex yesterday. I can't think of any others, but I'll name them down below when I upload this to which ones that I have done. The only other thing I did was we had a retreat piece to do, which was a pinwheel, and I stitched it up on the Saturday. Didn't have to do any homework at night. That's when I started the Shores of Hokuranholai, and he totally finished it on the Sunday there. Basically, he's got the felt in the middle, and that's where you stick your pins. Not that I'm likely to do that. I've been doing a little bit of charting because there's not a lot I can do at the moment, and so I plan on making some more of these, but I'll put some trim around the outside, and I think they'll make some awesome Christmas decorations. So that's my idea for the next couple of weeks, since I'm off for 4 weeks all up from Thursday last week. So yeah, that's where that is. Yesterday was an interesting day. We took my now 15-year-old and took her to get her ball dress in 4 weeks' time. And let's just say it did literally take half a day to find a dress for her. But she's happy with that dress, and that's all that counts. But they're not cheap. Anybody who says they are, they're not. Normally I'd make a dress for her, but clearly that's not something I'm able to do at the moment. That's what you get. I did buy another chart. I'd bought it the other day, probably because I was feeling sorry for myself. And this is the one that I bought. This is its mock-up. There's lots of different colours. I have seen somebody else stitching this, but I think it's really pretty. So I'll need to get a piece of fabric out and probably change the colours out like I usually do. I watched Dizzy's video where he has announced his charts, and he kindly gave me a choice, and I chose this one that he has charted from Dizzy Stitches on Etsy. It's absolutely gorgeous. Love the colours. I haven't started kitting it up yet, but that's something that will be happening this year. So that's that one sorted. I do have this one chart kitted up, ready to go with my Rainbow Dragon 1 that I've already started. So this will be the companion piece, and they'll face each other. That one's Rainbow 2 from Artecy. So that is that. Not really much sure what else I can say at the moment. It's just I can't do a lot at home. It's I feel a little bit lost because I'd prefer to be at work. And before I started working, it was, you know, I could find things to do at home. Now I just feel lost because I'm not in my routine. So the sooner I can get back to work, the better. So with that in mind, I want to, you know, hope everybody is well. I hope no injuries, because they're no fun. And, you know, do you. Be you. Don't let anybody else tell you not to be. And, yeah, just be you and stitch away. Stitch for me. Not literally for me, but you know what I mean. So, yeah, on that note, thank you everyone for staying. Thank you for watching. Sorry it's been a bit of a hot mess, but, you know, that's what happens when you're a bit out of sorts. So hopefully I'll catch you in a couple of weeks, since I'm currently not working until this arm of mine heals itself. So goodbye and catch you later. Afternoon everybody, it is the 19th of May and it's only 4 days since I last did my video, and pretty much it's going to be added to the end of that video because I forgot to show some stuff, forgot to say some things, forgot to say some thank yous. So this video is a real mishmash at this week. So welcome for the third add-on. So here we go. The things that I forgot to show, when I showed this one, this little finish, the retreat finish, I didn't show the extra threads that I had actually bought. And those extra threads that I bought were Classic Colour Works Pansy Purple and Gentle Art Mediterranean Sea sampler threads. So these were the two colours that I showed, and the video's not washed out today. Well, that's a good thing. So I figured, since I'm going to be showing the things that I forgot, I may as well add on the progress I've made since Monday, which isn't as much as I'd like, but I've had busy days. I'm trying not to do stuff, and it's really hard, and I've just been a bit lost, not being able to go to work with the injury that I've currently got. So the things that I forgot to show, this was the thread that came with the kit, and I didn't want to just do it in one colour, so I added extra colours to it. Now the other threads that I got via feltedandstitched.co.nz, and this one, which I can't read what it is, I think it says forest, but it's a green of a cotton thread. It's called Forest, which the colour's showing up pretty true. This one is Meadow. This is part of my retreat haul that I bought. And there is also Autumn. And there is Antique Rose. These colours are showing up pretty close, so I think when I have my curtain open it washes everything out. Also, this is another hand bind one, so it's just purplin. Not sure how that works, but I'm sure I'll get corrected. And the other one, similar colourway, Ocean. So these are all the threads that I got, and I forgot to show on Monday when I did the first part of my recording. So that's all these beautiful colours. I'd also bought a couple of scissors off Temu. Now I've heard some things about it, but I can't complain about scissors. I've heard some things bad about Temu or not. I don't know if they're true or not, but I've not had any issues or complaints as of yet. So yeah, these is one of the pieces of scissors that I bought. They both come with a little plastic doohickey thing on the end. And this was the other one that I bought. So yeah, they're normally in with one of my projects now. I also bought a whole bunch of pins, which I plan on turning into needle minders. Now I'm not going to try and hold them up individually because that'll take a while, and I've just got them all on a piece of fabric so it's easier to show. So I'm just going to pan it across the camera. So we have a dragon and a koi fish, we have a cherry blossom and a moth, another moth that's got a moon hanging off it, a crow, a kitsune which is a seven-tailed fox, a dragon and a butterfly, another little kitsune and a sewing machine. So at some point I do plan on turning those into needle minders. I just have to order more magnets. So that's those ones. And since I had last filmed, I have started my Mary Poppins sale, and I had chosen this colour, which is showing up more correct, and it's not red like it keeps showing in photos. This is the Silks for You. And I'm already leaving gaps for other colours, and I'm thinking I might do the city skyline in this one, down underneath where Mary Poppins is. And I'm thinking of doing the bits that I'm leaving blank in the border in this green, just to give it a bit more colour. I can never do something in one colour, it's impossible. I'm debating on this one. I love the colour. I think it's an awesome silk. It's Silks for You PR109. Thank you, Nara. And this one I was thinking of using for, I can't think of his name, but Dick Van Dyke's character. And that one, because it's like ashy, and yeah, since he was a chimney sweep, that was my idea of that. I was thinking of doing Mary Poppins herself, and this one, because it's a lovely purple. And this one was part of the Silks for You 12 Days of Christmas in 2021, number 5. I have Miss 7 home. She woke up with a sore throat, and she's dancing on the other side of the camera trying to distract me. I also may as well show the progress I've made. That would be silly to say about it and then not show it. So that is the progress that I have made. So I'm really happy with that progress so far. So like I said, it's a bit of a mishy-mashy video. Sometimes they're the best ones. Well, that's what I've been told. And last night I decided to finally start on Swallows and Sakuras, my Paine Free Craft that I did show the kit on Monday in my video. So I have started that one. That one is on 28 count, all the threads together. Lovely card. And I've got, I think I did over 1,000 stitches, and I'm doing a 10 stitch on 28 count 2/1. That is my progress to date. It's only one night's work. That was last night. And I did make a couple of purchases since said video as well, and one of them being this one, both on Etsy, and I can't remember the Etsy shop, but I'll pop that down in the notes down the bottom. And I bought this one, which is basically summer, winter, autumn, a bunch of houses. I really like that one. I love the border, so I bought that one. Probably a mixture of I'm feeling sorry for myself, not being able to go to work. And I also bought this one. Absolutely love the colours. That's where I'm up to with that. I haven't even started that one yet, but that's where I've got to. So yes, the only purchase I've made, so that's a good thing. So first of all, there are a couple of people that I'd more than a couple of people that I'd really like to thank. Now, with me going to the retreat last weekend, and not the last weekend, the weekend before, and it was absolutely fantastic. Had a ball, loved it. But I also had bags and products sent down to the Dunedin retreat, which was also on the same weekend. And I have to thank Creative Lee, because she included my products in her luggage to go down to the retreat. So I really want to thank Creative Lee for that. Thank you very much for that. I hugely appreciate your help for that. I also want to thank Nicola and Christine, who also went to the same Dunedin retreat, and who were both looking after my products while they were down there, and was basically standing in for me because I wasn't there. And so I really appreciate both you, Nicola, and Christine, for your help and your assistance with that. Very big thank you to both of you for that. I also want to thank Judy, an Aussie in a Kiwi world. She has been absolutely amazing. So much support from her. and I couldn't ask for anyone better to support me when it comes, you know, when it comes to my bags and that. And she's absolutely amazing. She's got a heart of gold. She's absolutely lovely. Can't say enough thanks for all those 4 lovely people. And I thank everyone for their support overall. I really do. It's so appreciated. But some have been really stood out, and they're an amazing group of ladies. So again, thank you to all of you, both Lee, Christine, Nicola and Judy. So yeah, and I have actually caught up on a few Floss Tubers now. I have caught up on Darren's Dizzy Stitches Floss Tubes, including his Stitch With Me's, which I was watching yesterday. I was watching another video last night, yesterday, and it was the Cross Stitch Bunny. Now that was a really neat video. I actually really liked her videos, and she did a retreat review of the first Bella Filipina retreat in the UK. So since I can't go to work, I've done a lot of catching up on videos. And because I can't do a lot at home because I'm not allowed to do heavy lifting, or, you know, repetitive actions, and so there are things that I just can't do, so I've got to rely on my delightful children and my husband to do the things that I otherwise can't do. So, you know, we'll get there with them. They're a work in progress. They'll always be a work in progress, but we love them anyway. So I think now I've finally got everything into my video, and I guess this finally will be the final bit for my video. And at the end I will add lots of photos, as you know I always do, and I'll be adding all those photos from the retreat that I took of people stitching. So yes, it should hopefully be the final Toodlepip. So everybody stay safe. It's winter here and it's cold today. Keep safe, keep warm, keep cool. Toodlepip.